Hello. Shout out to our silver and gold and platinum and Taylor and Abby. Skylar, Abigail, Audrey, Chandler, Callie, Peyton, Elizabeth, Taylor, S, and Mia, and then Olivia, Camber, Sienna, Ava, Emerson, Jillian, and Riley. Coach Ken and I are going to run through the conditioning that's on the conditioning sheet we sent out, just to make sure that everyone is aware of how to do it and parents can see what it's supposed to look like so they can watch you. I will start. We have jumping mountain climbers. Those knee touches the ground, does not bounce off the ground, and go straight up. Your chest should be up towards the ceiling. You should not be slamming your knee into the ground because you're not going to be on a spring floor. It's probably going to hurt a lot more. Plank holds, Coach is going to demonstrate. Harder version is on your hands, straight body. Easier version is on your elbows. Scale accordingly. I'm pretty sure you have to hold it for a decent amount of time, so make sure you can do it without sagging your tummy or sticking your booty in the air. Shoulders are over top your elbows or your hands. Splits, our favorite. Splits, feel free to do them on the floor, but if you have it all the way down, please do over splits. You're holding each one for 5 minutes. Shoulders are over your hips. You're not leaning forward. You're not sitting backwards. Straight over top, you should be in a straight line. If that's easy, arms out or back behind your hips. Oh, I'm cramping. Same for the opposite leg split. Middle, you should be in a straight line all the way down. Elbows on the ground or chest on the ground, but make sure, make sure your heels and your hips are all the way in line. Frog jumps, or as Coach Ken will call these monster jumps. Your chest is up, booty is down towards the ground. You're jumping straight up, looking straight ahead. We're not moving anywhere, but you should be exploding through your feet and trying to point your toes actually at the top of the jump. That's how high you should push through. Outie and innie push-ups. Our favorite thing to watch you guys on. Which one are you starting with? Innies. Elbows should be facing towards your feet when you go down. Chest is up and straight. Face is looking straight ahead. You're not pushing your booty in the air. Your hips aren't sagging. All the way down, all the way up.
Do it from the side also.
Yes. Do you want to do outies from the side?
That's both.
Both? Okay. Beautiful. Parents, really keep an eye on these because this is one of the biggest struggles we have in our warm-ups. Outies, elbows are facing out. Hands are a little bit wider, but not by much. As he goes down, his elbows are then facing out instead of in though. Same thing from the side. Hips are down, not sticking up in the air. Stomach is nice and tight. We'll come back to handstand hold when we have a wall. Tricep dips. These can be done on the edge of a couch. This is a very small couch right now. Fingers are hooked over the edge. Feet, I like to do mine straight out in front of me, but your booty and your back should be really close to the couch. You should go all the way down to a 90-degree angle. Math. It's a corner. And back up. If you want to make it a little bit more of a stretch, you can actually put one foot over the other knee and then go down, and you'll feel that butt stretch that we do in warm-ups as well. Make sure you do even sides though. Bridge rocks. Bear with me. It's been 10 years since I've had to do bridges. With these, armpits are being pushed over. Oh Lord. Each time. Okay, that's enough of those. Their feet should be together and their knees pushing the straight legs. We're really just trying to feel this stretch, and I definitely felt that. Hollow rocks. With these, lower back should be touching the ground the whole time. You don't want to see the little arch. You shouldn't be able to fit anything underneath there. Heels should not touch the ground, and arms should be back behind the ears, staying open. If you need to make it a little bit easier, can you show the easier version? Because
Just keep their back flat.
yeah,
That's
you
the important
really
part.
just need to keep the back flat on the ground. That would be a little bit easier, but still working. Burpees with a push-up. Okay. Chest stays up until you go down. You just touch the ground. Heels go back. Push up. Knees in. Big jump. Back. Push up. Knees in. Jump. We're not doing this. Okay. We are doing the full thing. Take it slow. Make sure everything is in the right spot. Heel raises. Oh, I didn't have that marked. I had that marked for you. I can show that. I put stand on a curb. You can stand, if you have stairs in your house, you can stand on the stairs holding onto the handrail. If you do it on the curb and you feel like you need the extra support, have a family member come out. That's not 6 feet away, but you get it. Toes are on the edge. Heels are going down as far as they can. Keep your knees nice and tight, pressing all the way up through the toes. Superman hold. This is like the opposite of a hollow hold. Arms are out in front, feet are together, heels are together. You're keeping your arms open, like your shoulders open. This is the position for back handsprings. And a lot of the other stuff we do in gymnastics, so please make sure it's correct or else back handsprings will be very difficult. Lemon squeezers. Hollow position. You can have arms up by your ears, but you're coming in, squeezing the lemons, and back out. You're nice and tight. Open at the bottom, close at the top. We're not holding, we're not grabbing to pull. It's just open and close. I like to make like a little ball to make sure I don't touch my knees, but I go over them and around them. Handstand practice. That is just on there. It's not against a wall. Make sure you get permission from your parents first. Maybe go outside in the grass. But this is to find your handstand. If you don't know where the handstand is, this is where you're going to find that middle spot in between. For the handstand hold, you can grab them and help them try to find that handstand position. One thing you can do is put your hands on each side and they can try to push off each arm to try to find that middle point. But you want open shoulders. You don't want the back arched. You just want to be pulling tall, nice open body shape. We'll go over that again against the wall for the actual handstand hold that they do. We'll show exactly what you're looking for. It's easier when they don't have to actually find it for themselves. But that is the gist of it. Side planks, I'll do it one this way, one this way. Harder version is up on the hand. So I'd like to see the golds and platinums and Abby and Taylor to do it from the hand. But you want your feet to be stacked. So you want one foot on top of each other. And you actually should be holding your hand out to the side. If you're a little wobbly in that, you can put your hand on your hip. And if that's even hard, put one foot in front of the other. But you don't want to be like this. You don't want to be like this. You want to be in a straight body all the way across. Other side, just see. See? Is this silvers? If that's really difficult for you, you can do it from your elbow and hold yourself up. Stacked feet, same thing. Nice tight knees, straight legs. Pike stretch. I don't know which way to do it. This way. Feet are tight and together. Toes are pointed. Knees should be squeezing so much. This is their goal. You should be able to squeeze your knees so tight that your heels actually come off the ground. I don't know if they can see that when they're stretching. But pulling themselves down, feeling the stretch through the back of the heels. I don't recommend you pushing them down because it's very easy to pull the hamstring. Had it done before. Just let them pull themselves down. If they want to work on the actual flexibility of the knees, they can put their feet up on top of something and that'll get the extra stretch. Arch rockers. This is the Superman hold again, but now we're trying to rock back and forth. tight. They're not pushing off the ground with their hands or their feet. It's all muscle work. Candlestick straight jumps. This
Arms
is
here. Or no,
arms-
this part.
arms here, yeah, and then stand by the ears. This is the ending of a lot of our skills, which is why we work on them. Arms should be able to stay up by their ears. They're not pushing off the ground to stand up, and they're pushing through their toes. That's the end of a forward roll. That's actually like the ending of almost a front tuck when they're squeezing and pushing up. Running outside is also on the list. This, please make sure you're checking with your parents before you're doing this and they know that you're outside. If they don't feel comfortable with you running outside, you can jog in place. You can run around one room, just make sure you're being very careful and not hitting anything. Tuck jumps is next.
Am I swinging it up? Swing arm tuck jumps or?
Just keep them up by ears. Arms stay up by their ears for this, just to make it a little bit more difficult. He's bringing his knees up to his tummy, pointing through his toes as he jumps. That's very difficult to keep the arms up, so just watch that. Make sure they're not bringing the chest forward too far. Alright, next we have pike sit-ups. That is working on our pike stretch, as well as the sit-up. So arms by the ears, sit up, touch the toes, squeezing the knees tight, arms up by the ears. Just makes it a little bit more difficult of a sit-up. Wall sit we will come back to. Leg lifts, I should have stayed on the ground. It's the opposite. So down tight, feet come up, squeezing the knees tight, all the way back down. This is harder keeping the arms by the ears. They can also put their hands up under their booty, but feet should not be touching the ground. Up and down, up and down. Hollow body hold, just like our hollow rock, squeezing the lower back, pressing it into the ground. Arms are up by the ears. This is the most difficult version. Again, you can pull your feet up a little bit higher to make sure that lower back is pressed into the ground. V-ups, laying flat, hollow body, come up, touch the toes, and down, up, down, squeezing the knees. This is very important for the kip. If they cannot do that correctly with their knees tight, the kip will not come to them as easily. That's all besides the jumping jacks, typical XI movement. The last thing we just wanted to show you guys, we're gonna spin around to a wall somewhere and show you handstand hold as well as wall sit. Okay, with wall sits, you're making a, again, 90-degree angle. You should be sitting your booty back. Back should be pressed into the wall. I don't want hands on knees or hands on hips. Arms up would be the best thing. That's the hardest version, or just pressed into the wall with their chest up and nice and tight. I don't want to see this. This isn't doing a whole lot. Or this. This is too low. You want to be directly like you're sitting in a chair. And
We done? We good?
Yep.
with the handstand against the wall, parents don't let you do this. That's fine. Socks work wonders, not making feet marks. But he is pushing tall through his arms, his shoulders, and he's got his hips open and his toes are on the wall. You don't want to be too rounded.
Belly off the wall too. I didn't do
Yeah, belly off the wall, hips or thighs are on the wall, and then you're pressing your armpits in for a nice straight body.
That.
That's it, guys.